Hello everyone. Hi. Alright. Welcome Patreoners. So, I've been doing some more digging into the archives. I've found something. This song, it hasn't had much love on stage with New Device for some time. It's actually a pretty difficult I found it quite a difficult song to sing live. I found it I think the backing vocals were always a challenge for people to sing live. That was always quite an issue because the vocals was just so high. I remember writing this one and just kind of being like, just a real go-getter song. So I thought I'd sort of explore this. There's some weird files. What is this? There's some stuff in this file. There's a lot going on, and I'm interested to see what I did initially. Now, how I write drums is very, very basic. I'm not really that interested in programming drums, and mainly because with New Device we've got such a good drummer that there's really no point me sort of. I like him to have his own, like Roz to have his own say on what we do, and sort of getting too involved I think sort of defeats the object of having a very talented drummer. Like, don't get me wrong, like sometimes there'll be times when I'm like, dude, that something that's wrong is just not right, and then we'll kind of hash it out, or like if maybe the vibe is, if maybe he's going like a half time, like a dum dum da dum dum, and I'm like, no, double time, dum dum da dum dum da, and that sort of vibe. That's when we kind of our tastes may differ or something. So we'll just go through this. So this song is called Highway. So it was going to be called initially Highway to My Way, but then we just settled on Highway. But so my drums are very, very basic. I think, yes, I can see them here actually. So how Roz used to send me his drums eventually was he would send me over all the cymbals and crashes and stuff like that. So he would send over this. And then along with this. Put them together and you get this. Now that mostly sounds like noise and crash bang wallop and stuff, but put it with some music and you've got some magic. So I'm not going to play you, I think Roz's drums need a little bit of taming, so I'm just going to play you my crappy drums for now. But let's have a listen through to this to see how the mix is. I haven't listened to this in years, so we're listening to it together like for the first time. What is this? Weird, I don't know why that's there. I see what I was like. What is that? There's some weird thing here. Check this out. I think I found the guide vocal where I was just like jam. Check this out. Don't you cry tonight, won't be sent for the rain, tinted for to do tonight. Falling into something of the pain. So that was me like jamming away, but you can hear it, can't you? You can hear like the lyrics or the main melody line kind of coming through there. Let's have a listen without that. Close your eyes tonight. I'll take you down tonight. I'll lead you through the fight. Walk back down, you stand our ground. It's a takedown, it's a breakdown, it's a nightmare and a miracle. So we'll sit down for the countdown, gonna leave it all behind. Gonna break out of this useless town before we lose our fucking minds. Highway to highway, it's time that I was leaving, so give yourself to me. Highway to highway, let's take the whole ride from the other kid, and I'm gonna just give yourself to me. Yeah, cool. It's just a cool riff, so I'm gonna just check some of this stuff out here. Let's have a listen to some of these guitars, because I think I really enjoyed writing the guitars on this because of some cool little lead parts. Let's just break down some of these leads here on the verse. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know if that actually made it into the. I think it maybe did make the final record. I just really liked these guitars, like just ringing out. I thought it was very atmospheric. Just having the rhythm guitars go down. See I'm looking at the waveform here. I think I left the bass just pumping through this. Let's have a listen. I think the bass just keeps pedaling. Yeah. So if you can hear, the bass is just it's just what we call pedaling along. So it just keeps that pace, so it pedals it through, and then you've got the guitar just like, but all the while the bass is just like driving it. These simple parts just, but all these parts they fit together. Nothing's fighting anything, you know. And everything starts to unify a bit more. So guitars joining up with the bass. That's cool. Oh, that is a nice lead part there. Let's listen to that bit there where it steps up. Let's have a listen. Nice. That's dramatic. It's almost like an alarm bell, like. Yeah, that's cool. Have a listen to that with the rhythm guitars. I think that's gonna be nice. Actually, I hope you can hear that. I'm just going to center that because I'm not sure you can hear that. Let's do that one more time. That's cool. Yeah, like I'll play that to you again. I really think I don't think you would have heard it because there's something to do with. Let's play you that lead guitar by itself and the bass. Let's go back to the start of that verse actually. It's just a good lift here. It is what I love about that. It gives me chills even now. Like it is almost like a call to action. Like I don't know. It's just like an alarm. Like come on, we're going to war. Is that sort of vibe that really kind of just I think is just very cool. Let's have a listen to some of these vocals as well. See, I think I've only got the first verse here, so we must have settled on this. I think we settled on this, and then I kind of had to go away and write another verse. I don't even know if it's got the middle 8 down here. Let's have a look. That solo. Yeah, solo part from that I wrote. Well, I wrote in the space. Yeah, let's have a listen to the vocals. Close your eyes.
It's a takedown. It's a breakdown. Close your eyes tonight. I'll take you down tonight.
Backing vocals.
I'll lead you through the fight. We won't back down. We'll stand our ground. It's a takedown. It's a breakdown. It's a nightmare and a miracle. So we get down for the countdown. Gonna leave it all behind. Gonna break out of this useless town before we lose our fucking minds.
Naughty language there, Daniel. What is this? There's another vocal harmony comes in here. What is that?
Gonna break out of this.
Yeah, so it's like in a low. So there's a higher third, and then there's an octave, a lower octave here as well.
Gonna break out of this useless town before we lose our fucking minds. Highway to my way. It's time that I was leaving, so give yourself to me. Highway to my way. My black state lover, rise above the other. Keep it undercover, just give yourself to me.
I just saw this song as like a real just firework. Like it just was like, just really cool riffs. Like it's just like, I think I probably just, I don't know, just put like a really, what was the BPM of this? 186 BPM. I probably just like whacked in like a really high BPM drum beat into like my drum machine and just like was like, ah, come on, ah. that's usually where I find the best material kind of comes from. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to it than that, really. I really like this riff though, like the breakdown riff here.
Come on, just give yourself to me.
What I do like also is that there's that like the very simple kind of guitar. Like again, it's just like an alarm. It's like it's a little trick that not just I use, but like that musicians use to just kind of just have the chords kind of doing all the progression and moving around, but then one note is like sustained. I think a really good example of that is Andrew WK. Fantastic guy, just great energy. And he has a song called Party Hard, and he just has, there's one chord, ding, 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 like through like the whole verse. And it's like ding, 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 and then da 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 da. I forget how the chord progression goes. But like they just have this one, you'll notice the keyboard just like ding, 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 and that would just kind of plod its way through, not changing at all, but everything else changes around it. And I'll use that when I do loops and things like this, and it's a nice little trick, but it's good for layering. So let's you can hear that in this end bit here of the chorus. I tell a lie. There was more movement in that than I thought there was, but it's still, and it's not too crazy.
Just give yourself to me.
That is probably one of the best breakdowns I think I've ever written in my whole life. Like, that is cool. Just oh, here we go. Just makes me want to like. Final chorus, just let it out. Yeah, we changed the ending. No. What's these? These are highway drums full. So Rosa sent these over to me, obviously. What is that? Cool. I mean, it sounds terrible, but it sounds just like a mix a drummer would send me. Sounds like, I don't know if he's programmed these or if he's sent me them and he's actually played on top of them. They sound pretty cool. I want to figure out how to play the song. Hang on, give me a second. And that sounds funny, but I literally have not played. I have not played this probably since I wrote this tune. What key is this in? Je me confuse. I'm very confused. Let's have a listen to the. So listen to the guitar. Oh, is it weird? Mental, that's so odd. It's so strange change. Down tonight, I'll lead you through the fight. Roll back down, stand our ground. So tick. It's a nightmare and a miracle. When we get down, we can't down. Gonna leave it all behind. Gonna break out of this useless town. Gonna lose our effing mind. That's it. Yeah, so this isn't drop C, so it's like when I started writing quite heavy stuff, like in lower tunings. Black state lover, keep it undercover. Black state lover, rise above the other, keep it undercover. Just give yourself to me. That's it. Ah, cool. I might try and play this on guitar and sing it. It's just such a fun song. So I might, yeah, you'll probably see this in a mix down. Probably mix it down. I mean, it is just a fireworks song, like really, which is it's not exactly a deep cut or anything like that, but it is. I think it's just this would have made a great single, a really great single from the album. I mean, look at that, 3 minutes 30 on the dot. That's nuts. I mean, not really. I write to like formulas and stuff, like, and I don't know. I think my subconscious like works stuff out a lot before it's sort of going right. We're gonna write a single here. But I think that I wrote this in mind of it being like a real hard rocking single. Man, but Hollywood Radio like just totally took that and just went, no, Hollywood Radio is gonna be the single. But I do try and write. I was trying to write singles like for a lot of this. I mean, just make it be sort of like as catchy and rocking as possible. Catchy without losing integrity from what New Device is. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm really enjoying doing this like series. I guess it's like a series now, isn't it? Really, sort of breakdowns. What I will do next though, which is going to be kind of, I'm a little bit nervous about it. I don't know if I'm going to show you guys much, but there are some songs which I have found which didn't make the grade. Now, I'm not going to. I'm not going to show you very much at all because I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs that I've written. However, there are some which are on the short list, and some of those I might actually show you guys. So we will go through some of the I guess the ones which didn't quite make it, just didn't quite make the cut, and we'll go through some of those, and I'll talk you through why I think I didn't, or we didn't, I should say, didn't. That they may have been submitted but didn't quite make the grade. Anyway, thanks very much. Thanks for being here. I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. Stay frosty as always, and I look forward to bringing you some more of all this. I'm enjoying these very, very much. Anyway, take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.